Well, hello friends, Josevich here. Welcome back to some Hearthstone with some more Dragon Priest late in the season. As we continue to have a little bit of fun in the rank 5 to Legend area, and we're going to go ahead and take a chill off an early Nether Spite Historian. I think this is pretty good for us if our opponent had to coin out a War Axe. This is now looking a lot worse when we see an early upgrade and still a patches, and we do not have the resources to deal with that right now. So that's kind of unfortunate. We do eat one of the weapon charges, so I think maybe that makes us have a little bit more of a chance. But we're still going to be very behind. That's a great top deck. There's no denying that. Again, it could just eat a bit of the face resource and then just a little patches, still allowing 5 to go face, building up a nice big minion for us to be able to deal with. And unfortunately, we don't have... If we had the coin right now, I think we would be in a lot better shape. We could coin with a Blackwing Corruptor to get rid of that. But I still think we have to Shadow Word Death that. And basically we're just passing it back to our opponent, hoping they don't have a ton more face damage, even though they will. There's going to be probably a Kor'kron Elite at this point. Ooh, that's okay. All things considered, that might be a slow enough turn to allow us a little bit of breathing room here. We're still taking 4 from board next turn, which could be a real issue. There's no denying that. But at least we have a chance. These games just work so quickly. I mean, we either have the early game resources to deal with our opponent, or we don't. And then we get overwhelmed, which is unfortunate. And if we do continue to see a whole bunch more aggro right now, well then you know what? We're just going to go ahead and switch to Control Shaman and hopefully climb the ranks a little bit fast. Oh, that's just going all face. There's no need for that to do anything but face. Okay. So now we have another Spite Historian into Argus, which probably won't be good enough. It doesn't matter. We're going to take a Taunt Dragon, otherwise nothing. Oh, we could actually take Alex. Alex could heal us. Obviously, we have to get to that point in the game. You know, we have to survive 2 more turns, which there's no guarantee. Because there still could be lots and lots of aggro coming from our opponent's hand. But getting 2 taunts like this is really good. Having a taunt next turn is really good. So we have a little bit of a chance. But even still, Warrior does have a bit of direct damage with the Mortal Strike, so we're not feeling too good about our situation, that is for sure. But we do have a little bit of a chance. And they're thinking maybe having to trade the weapon in. In an ideal world, I think we top deck Twilight Guardian so that we can heal face here. Oh, Leroy. Leroy time. And not wanting to take too much face damage themselves. That's an interesting choice. I don't know what they're really worried about. So now we basically have to chill Maw and hope that's not Mortal Coil. I mean, we can clear. Let's take a quick second. So if we taunt, the only thing that kills us is Mortal Coil. Or Mortal Strike. Mortal Coil. Mortal Strike is the only thing that kills us. We're going to clear no matter what. Let's just do the clear right now. Like, this is what we're doing no matter what, right? But now the question is, do we just play something like Draconoid Operative and heal? Because Leroy's gone. Arcanite Reaper doesn't kill us. Kor'kron doesn't kill us. Mortal Strike doesn't kill us. So I think that's honestly not taunting here. I don't know what other unless there's like a Goblin Rocketeer or something, which if there is, well then so be it. Hey, Heroic Strike still doesn't kill us as well. What are we going to take? I don't think we really care for any of these. I guess we'll take... We're not going to be able to squeeze any of these in for a long time. I don't think this matters at all. So I guess we only die to some sort of tech that we haven't really been expecting. 2 cards in hand. Maybe the taunt was a better choice. There we go. That's a very good result for us. Ooh, 1 health. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to throw down the taunt. We could taunt and heal and clear. I think that's the play. We do this. We heal. We'll throw out a dragon, that's fine. So we're still dead to Mortal Strike, obviously, but that's, I think, the only thing that kills us because he's not going to be able to get through this taunt and get to us. And then next turn we're healing back to 15, which, fingers crossed, we make it. This is obviously Mortal Strike and we lose, but I think that's the only card that we can lose to. Yep. And I think this is basically looking like a big ol' win right now. And we definitely did not have the early game that we wanted to. Bookworm looks great here, but honestly, Alex is just so much better at letting us win. I'm going to trade off some of the smaller minions just because they're not going to matter. And from this turn, we're basically healing every turn, and it doesn't matter because we have lethal next turn on board. And if this Pirate Warrior decides to run Brawl, well then good for them. And if not, I guess we just get a nice little quick concede. And we are seemingly coming up against the most methodical Jade Golem Druid that I've ever seen, at least in a while. And I think we're in very, very good shape right now. That is something that's a little bit unfortunate for us, just because it trades really, really nicely with our board. We have tons and tons of discovery. And what we need to do, though, however, now is get one of our historians. The issue is if we play our Twilight Guardian, we're reliant on top decking a dragon to activate operative. So we're going to go ahead and do it this way. Ooh, Deathwing. I wonder if Deathwing's actually a viable choice here. Right, because once our opponent draws a mulch, or plays their mulch, which they probably will on one of our bigger dragons. I wonder if this is worth waiting, or if we just have to go wide here. I think we'll go wide here. Nefarian, Onyxia. I don't want the Alex, I don't think. I think I kind of want something a little... The question is, do we want many whelps or do we want many spells? I think we want many whelps, because again... These guys already attacked? Alright, fair enough. So the idea here is that Druids aren't necessarily known for having tons and tons of AoE and for hard removal. Two things which we're trying to set up right now on our board. Oh, if we had... I don't even know what we would want right now. Is this going to be our best Holy Nova, though? 2 kills that, and that sets that to 4. The problem is... 4, and then we have another 4. But then the issue is we're not really developing anything, and then we're leaving a bit of a weak board state. At this point, I feel like I just want to push. Oh, Yogg. Oh, boy. I can start shuffling my own Jade Idols, I think. Because if this is just going to come down, our opponent's not really that far ahead of us. Feral Rage, if we had the mana right now to go ahead and do it, sure. But I honestly feel like taking the Jade. The Yogg is just going to be... we don't have enough spells. We're not taking Yogg, even though it's golden. Or maybe it's golden because my guy is golden. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Feral Rage honestly might be reasonable for spot removal. But I'm just going with the idols. And I kind of want to coin it out right now. But I'm not going to. This is okay. This I feel like is an okay move. It just sets up so much more power on board. So that basically we're looking to play our Onyxia ASAP. And then dump our hand so that we can Deathwing at a reasonable point. Maybe we should have taken Alex actually. Alex into Deathwing combo, that's pretty strong, right? And I guess actually the best top deck there would have been Bookworm to get rid of the 3/6. Bookworm is just so powerful in terms of getting rid... Oh, boy. Alright, there we go. No shuffle. Smart man. Reasonable trades. I think we're in horrible shape right now, friends. I think we did it to ourselves. I actually don't like that last play. Maybe we should have cleared the board. Although then this would have been our board that we would have thrown down a 5/6 on. Maybe we're going to have an earlier Deathwing than I'd hoped. We're going to shuffle here. Maybe this was a horrible pick, actually. I feel like it was. We'll see what happens here. This is looking like a horrible... This matchup, I think, is very, very dependent on who has the smoother curve. The Druid really needs to hit a smooth Jade curve, and they did. They're already at 4/4s, and things could just get out of control right now for us. Versus the Dragon, I mean, we actually had a... We didn't have a strong start. We had early game minions, but Nether Spite Ascerns, there's a mulch. Okay, Deathwing's actually in business. Never you mind. Okay, Deathwing's in business. We just have to survive now. I don't know how we're going to do that, to be honest with you. But If we make it a few more turns... 6 or more health? Well, that's not happening this turn, I can tell you that much. So we'll continue to throw out strongly... Okay, well, you know what? Deathwing might end up being a great choice here. Because I feel like we're going to have to coin out Onyxia next turn. There's a few trades here. This is reasonable. We need to somehow break that. Oh, we so need to break that right now. We need to stay alive somehow, and we're not going to be able to do that. We just lost. Because this is the only AoE in our entire deck. Oh, Bran? Could Bran do things? 3 plus 4 is 7. And then we have 2 mana to heal. That's not enough. Although we could Bran up. No, I still think our opponent punches through. If we had spell power, would this do anything to 3s? No. Okay, so our only chance here is basically somehow magically not dying. Which I don't see how it's possible. The 4 trades here, the 6 trades here, 10, 11, 12. We're dead on board. Oh, that one stinks. We were so close to getting some Deathwing ridiculousness. Oh, well. It hurts. And this has turned into an incredibly terrifying start. Where our Pirate Warrior, Aggro Dragon Warrior friend has passed a couple turns. And I think throwing out Bran might throw a little bit of a kink into the plans at least. We didn't have the answer. We didn't have any sort of answer to Frothing Berserker, but we have some nice follow-up turns, that's for sure. Heroic Strike, yeah, that's reasonable. Now this goes 4-5 and we can just Shadow Word Death it. The issue is, of course, we have no... Oh, 1 turn late though, my friend. The issue is we have no follow-up. And we're just going to leave a 1-3 on board. But that's... I think that's better than taking the face damage at this point. Because, I mean... The key to these matchups with these aggro decks is to have some sort of board presence at all times. Because there's a lot of 1 health minions that, like, exactly like this one in patches that's going to come down. From there, maybe... Oh, wow. All sorts of weapons coming into play here. So we do have a little bit of an option here if we want to just Draconoid OP. Or if we want to do Drake, or if we want to Shadow Word Pain. Actually, I think... Because Volcanic Drake is not played, so it costs 1 less for each minion that dies this turn. So we kill this, and it costs 5. But we'll be down to 3 mana. Then we hit this. It goes to 5 and 4. So we don't really have the mana to do that. Which is unfortunate. And we don't have the mana to just play Drake and then Pain, which would be great as well. So I think we're just going to Draconoid Operative just because it's so powerful. And we'll take a... The War Axe is very useful, but then I think the Taunt is going to be probably better. Even though it's a poorly costed Taunt for us, I still think having the Taunt period is going to be very useful. Because this does trade with a Kor'kron Elite. That's terrifying, but manageable. Going to be interesting to see how this goes. Ooh, all face? Face being the proverbial place? Oh my goodness. Bashing face. Attacking face. There's just so much face damage going on. We really want some taunts right now, don't we? Azure Drake, you're pretty good. But I don't think you're what we want right now. We could throw this down, or we can throw down the taunt. We can throw down Drake and then heal. You can throw down taunt and it kind of stops our opponent. I like kind of stopping our opponent right now. There's no freebie trades allowed in this game right now. We're at 15 and that is kind of low. Let's not kid ourselves. But there we go. Trade into it. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that really hurts because that 1-1 is still going to trade in. Well, we stopped a little bit of face damage. There's no denying that. We are going to need some help on this top deck, whatever it ends up being. Oh, that's not going to be enough. Oh, that's not enough. What's better? What's more likely? That we get something from deck or that we discover something? I don't know that there's... There we go. That's a good one. And let's discover as well. You know what? Let's just do this just to make sure there's no... and now do we heal face, actually? Or do we go a little bit... Leroy hits? Okay, so wait. So 6. Leroy still kills this. Leroy still kills this. It has to be a pretty specific combo for us to die at this point. Oh, that's unfortunate. We'll take the Drake just simply because it's the lowest cost. But not necessarily what we need to be seeing. Oh boy, so Leroy kills this. This is 4 to face, but now we have enough damage to deal with the board. And if we get another taunt, maybe we have a chance? Question mark? That's good. That's a bunch. That's healing. There's only going to be able to be so much damage from face, from hand, that even an aggro pirate dragon warrior can do. And this is purely pirate. We haven't seen any dragons yet. I keep saying dragon just because there is a very strong dragon variant out there as well. And I think that we have posted a couple games like that. Oh, we really want taunts right now. We just want taunts so badly. Oh, this is unfortunate. We don't want to set our opponent... What is the break point? Is it 15 or 14? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have lethal, so we don't need to go any lower now. So double mortal strike doesn't kill us. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Perfect every time. This is just an easy pain. There's our taunt that we wanted all along. We take these out. We heal out of range. And very slowly climb our way back into... Oh yeah, we'll just play this just because. Whew. Beating the Pirate Warriors does feel good, I'm not gonna lie. Don't AFK, dude. You know you lost it. Well, anyways, we'll just start doing the outro right now. Why not? We know this game's in the bag. There's nothing that can end up beating us. Even a brawl right now. I guess a Deathwing does beat us, but that's okay. And there ends up not being one. That's a very good thing for us. Thanks for hanging out with me, everyone. If you got this far in the video, feel free to hit that big old red subscribe button below. We're going to continue pushing a little bit in this season. I don't think... By the time you see this, honestly, Ungoro might come out and you won't care about these videos or decks anymore, but that's okay. I've been enjoying our push to 5, and hopefully I'll be able to get back up to these ranks quickly enough. Maybe we'll push for Legend later in the Ungoro season, or maybe in this one. Stay tuned.